How's everyone doing today? So this is a quick video of the 2021 Icebear Fuerza. Just going to give you a little bit of a backstory. A couple years ago, my wife and I had two Dongfeng 2016s SXRs, 250s. So we're pretty familiar with Chinese bikes. And then I had bought her this 600, and I had a Ninja 1000. And last year I sold my 1000, kept this one because she was always complaining that this bike was a little too heavy for her and too tall for her. So I kept it, and I understand because the 1000 was a little heavy for me and tall for me, so I understand. But we bought this one because she wanted something smaller. And I told her, hey, well, I could get you a 300. She was like, no, I want something a little smaller just to be around town, because she doesn't really ride on the highways. But I got her this one, and this came with the 125 engine, and she rode it all last year with it. She put let's see if this will catch it. She put 718 miles on it because the bike was pretty new when we got it. Only had a couple miles on it. The guy that we bought it from, he rode it for I think it was less than a month, and he put it away. And then we bought it last year. And I bought the ZS212 because on that one I was only getting, I'm 5'7", approximately 190 pounds, and I was getting it up to 55-ish. And that one had a front 17 tooth sprocket. We had the nibby carb on it, same setup here that we have here. And I was getting about 55-ish top speed, and it was screaming. And all the roads out here are about 50. The lowest is, I think the lowest is 40 miles an hour on my road. You know, 55 is really not that much screaming. You know, it'll blow the engine. That engine is still good. I just wanted to swap it for something a little bigger. And it was 55 on here, and I this mount right here, I had a GPS on my phone, which was also marking the same thing. So I do know that it was pretty accurate. So on this build, what I'm doing is I'm putting the 212 in it. Nibby carb. I'm running right now a 40 and a 117. I did turn it on. It does kick over. It does turn on. I have this here because this was from the original 125, but it doesn't fit because the starter down here just won't let it clear. And the way we did this was, it was basically plug and play. Well, I'm not going to say plug and play. I'll take that back because I did. So all of these plugs that came from the engine did fit. And this Fuerza did have a ground wire. So I didn't have to cut this black wire. You know, the black wire mod or whatever folks call it. Because I do have a green wire that came from the original, that's on the original bike. This wire, which is the sensor, the gear sensor, this one, I did take it out from the 125, and I put the one that came with the ZS212 on this one, so I don't lose it. But this sensor came from the 125, and it does work. It does mark the gears. Since I haven't ridden it yet, because we don't have an exhaust, and I haven't put nothing back on, but again, it does turn on. I can only get one neutral and second, so I'm assuming the rest of the gears are going to show with no problem. But it does work. I do have a 17-tooth sprocket on this one. I did swap over the lever from here, from this one, because we bought that one, and that one is shorter than the one that it came with. This one's the one that it came with. And if you put it, you know, it's a little longer. It's longer than the one that we had, so we just put this one on it. I do have a aftermarket CDI. This is just the vent for the crankcase. What else? I have to get another battery. Oh, and I did swap over this so it can plug on directly onto the harness, so we didn't have to cut anything. I did swap over the starter cable from this one, because the ZS212 came with this cable here and no ground. So I just swapped over the 125s and put it on. It works. Everything works. And we didn't have to really swap too much stuff to get it going. I still have to install the cooler. And this is some parts, some electronics that it came with. I'm going to keep these because mine on that one are still good. Or should I say hers on that bike is still good. So I'm just going to keep these with, you know, for spares. And she put Pro Taper bar and Pro Taper grips on it. Some Amazon, I think it was Amazon. Some Amazon levers on both sides, adjustable. We did have to swap this clutch cable. This one is the Nibby cable, and we had to swap it because the original one wasn't long enough to get to there. So we did have to swap that out. And this is the if I'm not mistaken, this is the Pro Taper DRZ 110. Let me see. I think that's it for right now. I do want to swap out that front headlight because it has that ugly, you know, I don't know how to call this, the Predator looking thing. So I do want to swap this out. I'm going to get the Grom 3 light bars, the one for the Grom, so we're going to swap that out. We are going to probably swap out these, the turn signals, because on this front shield here, the turn signals are built in. So when we put the other ones on, we're gonna have to, you know, get some new ones. I don't know if I'm gonna send these to get powder coated white or if I'm gonna get her some new rims. I may just powder coat these because these are fine. I may just have to get a rear tire. This one still has some meat on it, but I may just get her a new tire. I'm waiting for the exhaust. I don't know if I mentioned that. I'm waiting for this exhaust. It should be here on Monday, so I can reconnect the exhaust on it. I'm waiting for the exhaust pipe so I can reconnect the exhaust. And I know I'm going to have to cut and weld a few inches so it can clear, because I got the high mount Honda Grom exhaust pipe. So I know I'm going to have to, you know, customize it a little bit to get it to fit. But yeah, as of right now, she does turn on. I'm not going to turn it on now because it's extremely loud. I just wanted to make sure that that it was kicking over the way it sits with the wiring, and it does work. So at this point, this is where I am right now. Once I get the rest of the stuff in, which it should be coming in, like I said, on Monday, which is the exhaust pipe. I don't know if I'm gonna have to work on the carb, because like I said, as of right now, since we're not riding it, it does turn on, it does rev, and I'm running a 40 pilot, 117 main. I may have to go up on the main to 120. I'm not entirely sure. That'll be done once we get it put back together and start riding it, and see what we have to do. But yeah, as of right now, this is the way it sits. And yeah, I'll keep you guys posted.